What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. And we've got a little bit of news relating to the Seattle Seahawks and also their upcoming opponent, New York Jets, that I want to go ahead and address and discuss before we get to the Pro Football Focus stuff. That stuff will still be coming a little bit later today. But I want to go ahead and get on some stuff that has hit in the last couple of hours concerning the Seahawks Jets game. So, the first thing that needs to be talked about, this is probably the biggest one and probably the best news that we could get this week. Uchenna Nwosu is hinting that this might be the week he comes back. And this would be a welcome surprise because the early indications from McDonald last week were probably not. I didn't get a very encouraging vibe off of him when asked about Nwosu last week. So I was assuming that he was looking at maybe a comeback for the Cardinals game. And honestly, the way the Jets are playing, it's not like we should need Nwosu to win. So I'm not going to be terribly upset if he does miss this game. But either way, this is the tweet from Nwosu a couple of hours ago. Perfect timing. So that seems to be an indicator that he thinks he will play this week. And again, even if he doesn't, it's far from the end of the world. We can beat the Jets without him, and Nwosu is going to be a shot in the arm when we play the Cardinals the next week. And if he's tweeting like this, and with the way the team is talking, it would be a big surprise if he's not back by then. So if you were wondering about Uchenna Nwosu, the signs are good. Looks like he's got a real chance to be back for this upcoming Jets game, and that might be an opportunity for him to just work in a handful of snaps. I don't know if I want him to be playing on that MetLife turf. Like, we know about the MetLife turf, right? We know what's going on there. I think that I don't need to explain that one. I don't think I need to tell you guys what that MetLife turf can do to you. So I'm hesitant to say that he should play any more than a handful of snaps. But at the same time, either way, it looks like he's back on track, and that's the important part here. So Uchenna Nwosu should be back very soon. That's the indication we're getting here. Be excited. We haven't heard from McDonald yet this morning. We did hear from him yesterday where he talked a little bit about Anthony Bradford. And he talked about an ankle injury. It was the ankle injury that knocked him out of the game. Not broken, so that's good, but not expected to play against the Jets this week. And I know people are going to say, well, that's not a real loss, and maybe it's not. I don't know if there's a big difference between Bradford and Haynes. My sense is that Bradford is probably a little bit better, but it's probably not a big difference. So I'm not going to say that it's a big deal. I will say that this offensive line will be better for being able to build some synergy. And at the end of the day, if you're swapping guards in and out all the time, if you're constantly swapping in and out Bradford with Haynes and then Haynes with Bradford back and forth, it's going to be hard to build that synergy. So I would personally want Bradford to just go ahead and get full run for the rest of the season, and then we'll see what's up with Haynes in the offseason. But I'm not going to act like this is some big thing. But don't count on him this week. And the way he looked after the game where he was on crutches, he had the walking boot on. Wouldn't be surprised if he missed the Cardinals game either. And we'll see what happens after that. But that's most of the injury stuff from yesterday, right? Woolen missed one play. I seriously doubt there's going to be anything problematic there. Likely Noah Fant gets back this week. And if not, it's probably just holding him out because of the MetLife turf. So we shouldn't be dealing with any real injury stuff this week. So pretty happy about that. Pretty excited about where the health of this team is going. And that's the Seahawks stuff I wanted to get to in this video. There is one other thing we got to talk about on the other side. And the Jets have other things going on beyond just this, but there has been some drama around the Aaron Rodgers situation. And it seems like things have settled. So let's go through what Ulbrich just said earlier this morning. This was just a few hours ago. Jeff Ulbrich says that Aaron Rodgers will start this Sunday. He basically guaranteed it. He said there's no doubt about it. So if you were wondering if we were going to see Tyrod Taylor this week, it seems like the answer is no. Now, the fact that Ulbrich has to come out and say this tells you that things are going very poorly, and they might be one bad game away from pulling the plug on Rodgers and putting, I'm sorry, not Tyrod Taylor. It would be Jordan Travis, maybe. If his ankle's okay, maybe it's him. I can't remember if they have another quarterback out there or not, but if they do, maybe him. But for this game, expect to see Aaron Rodgers. And I would expect to see Aaron Rodgers unless the game gets to such a blowout that there's no point in keeping him out there. So, yeah, that should settle that. Now, that doesn't mean there isn't some drama here. And there was a report earlier today that Aaron Rodgers was declining to have his injuries medically scanned by the organization, and that might also be leading to some drama that could see him hitting the bench soon. Ulbrich was asked about that, and he said it's news to me, which is probably just a way of avoiding drama. And I personally would look at that and say he's lying. He's just trying to pretend like it's not happening because having to address that would be impossible without throwing Rodgers under the bus. But you can clearly see they are going to try to continue to make it work. I think that if for no other reason, Aaron Rodgers is going to put butts in seats because he is Aaron Rodgers, the great Aaron Rodgers, even if he's not so great anymore. Having him out there gets attention on the team that a guy like a Jordan Travis probably wouldn't. Like, if you put Jordan Travis out there, they're not going to be talking about you that much. As long as you have Aaron Rodgers, even when he's bad, they're going to pay a little bit of attention to you. So I don't think that there's really much of a consideration here yet. I guess there could be, but they're clearly not happy with the way this is going. And while it's pretty clear that Rodgers will start against the Seahawks this weekend, it's believable that it could be his last start. So the Seahawks have a chance to end the Aaron Rodgers era, not only in New York, but maybe the entire league, because I know he says he wants to play next year, but I don't know if anybody's going to be dealing with that. That's a lot of drama for some not all that great play. At this point, what's the difference between Aaron Rodgers and Jacoby Brissett? There's a difference, but how much of a difference are we talking here? Like, Sam Darnold's going to be a free agent this offseason. Would you rather go get Sam Darnold, or would you rather deal with the Aaron Rodgers drama train? With the way Darnold's looked this year, what's the difference? If anything, you're probably doing a little bit better just because you avoid the drama. But for this week, we're getting Rodgers, it looks like. And the way he's played this season, I can't say that's a bad thing. All right. So that's the stuff I wanted to cover. Again, McDonald hasn't said anything yet this morning that I'm aware of. So we don't know any more than that, but that is the latest and greatest from the Jets and the latest and greatest from, well, Uchenna Nwosu, which that would be pretty great. All right. More videos coming later. Go Hawks. Pro Football Focus stuff coming later. Check it out when you get the opportunity. Go Hawks.